Hello and welcome in to our Sunday night edition of Between the Hedges. Thank y'all for tuning in, whether it's now or in the future. We do really appreciate it. And full disclosure, what a week it's been. As you can hear, I've had sickness. I've had COVID this week. Went to see my grandfather in the hospital who had emergency surgery on his colon. Had part of it removed, and that's where I caught this. And that's where we've been this week. A lot of stuff going on this week, but
come on, Dogfather. We know you're still getting over that loss.
Hey, man, that too. But hey, a win does that for you. So we'll talk about the win, not the loss. What's up tonight, guys?
How y'all are? What's going on, baby?
Long time no see. It's been a minute. But I'm glad we're back in the role and getting, past couple weeks out of the way. A lot of things happening. So glad to be back.
A lot of movement, man. SEC is any given Saturday, as they say, right?
Yep. The SEC is looking not only strong, but
better than ever.
You never know what's going to happen. 100%. You just never know.
Who saw that game this week? I mean, who would have seen Florida going and beating Texas? I mean, that's just unreal.
I will say, and I don't want to get too much into it because I want to save it for that time. But I did at the beginning of the season. I said, "There's no way that Texas goes down there and has an easy game and comes out of there with an easy win." So, and then Florida looked so bad a couple of games. And I was like, Texas probably has it, but no, Florida dominated most of that game. Really,
they did. It makes that win by LSU look better, in my opinion. That defense for LSU looks strong. 5 takeaways in that game. So I know y'all were giving me a hard time about it. You barely put any points up, but Matty Ice said it before: defense wins games, and they shine on that one.
Yeah,
and they outplayed the Texas defense. It was supposed to be better,
right? That was insane. I mean, to put my 2 cents in, I think one of two things need to happen. And we were talking about it before we got on, and I kind of agree with it. Either Arch Manning needs to go bye-bye and go somewhere else where he may fit into the play style that they have for him.
LSU.
Not LSU. I'm sorry.
He's a hometown boy, New Orleans boy. Go back home, baby.
Or Sarkisian makes him comfortable and changes up the play calls and everything, because he's doing the same play calls as he was with Quinn Ewers, and it's not working, obviously.
They're two totally different players.
They're two totally different players. So it's gotta change.
As y'all see, Papa D's not with us tonight. He's commenting, "Thank God the Florida Gators will keep Billy Napier for another season." That's right.
They got to win a couple more. They still got a strong schedule to finish out in order to keep him. But
I don't know. I think that one saves his job. I really do. They can lose every other game.
But they got to beat. They got some tough games still.
Florida's schedule looks tough.
They had the toughest schedule
2 years in a row.
Yeah,
and somehow, some way, Sunbelt Billy coaches his best when it's you win or your ass is out of here.
Do or die.
So
Nope. But all I gotta say is go Bruins. Am I right?
Wow, who saw that? Man, that was unreal.
You know, I know we didn't talk about it and didn't have a podcast about it, but I was really thinking
Was that your
about
upset of the
that
week,
game.
guys?
That was gonna be my upset game, just because I didn't think Penn State would bounce back after losing to Oregon at home in a tough environment that Oregon did it in, mind you, in the whiteout. Like we always say, the whiteout's the toughest place to play, and it's true. And Oregon came in there, did their business, and won. And it just proves that Penn State is just overrated each year, and they keep them up there for no reason.
Well, how many games has UCLA won? Was it 2 this year already? Is that
No, that was their first
was the
win.
first win?
They were over before that game.
Wow.
if they fired their coach, they
Mhm.
there's video and of the press conference afterward. Their interim coach saying, "I didn't know how to use the headset properly to call plays.
Are
This is
you
the first time
serious?
calling plays, and they won the game."
Ah,
And
Yeah.
Nico says, "Yeah, I had to call my own play a couple of times."
hey, there's nothing wrong with that. Sometimes a quarterback does a better job, anyways, than the coach.
That's just
Right.
crazy. Penn
Sometimes.
State lost to that. That was a dumpster fire.
Wow.
So, yeah, James Franklin, Penn State.
You're on the hot seat, my boy.
Don't talk to me about them anymore.
No,
Look at the
don't. I better not see them in the top 25 at all.
Look at the conference he's in.
Still, like
At once, that conference used to be a pretty good conference. Now it's I do not like how it's split up. You know, East Coast, West Coast now,
No.
Big 10, Pac-12. You know, it's Big
Stupid.
12, Big 10. I just don't like how it is anymore.
No sense.
Well, so
But
since
it was-
we didn't have a couple of shows, we didn't, give the games that we picked this week, but we still picked them. So I want to show those real quick if I could.
Let's do it.
And here's the.
Look at it, Dave. Look at there. Go Tigers,
Yeah,
man.
see,
I feel wow. Why is it so damn small?
we did that on purpose. We got the big Go Dogs right there, and then we got the little.
I gotta get my glasses on. I gotta to read that.
There you go. Uh-huh. Get your binoculars for that one.
I see that. I'm on the nosebleed section over here.
So these were the games here that we picked this week. Georgia hosting Kentucky, Alabama hosting Vandy, Texas going on road to Florida, which we already talked about some, Louisville hosting Virginia, Miami going to Florida State, and then Texas A&M hosting Mississippi State. And you can see how we all picked that game. Again, this was what, Tuesday or Wednesday?
Yes.
So we always have to have them done well in advance. As you can see, we had 2 games where we were all 4 in agreement. And then we had 2 games where it was only one person
in agreement.
Was yeah.
So that was you both times.
Yeah, we had a lone wolf twice, and that would be me. So
I still can't believe Georgia covered that 20.5. Man, that is just unbelievable.
Hey.
Well, it was a garbage time touchdown that even got it to within 21.
Yeah. It should have been more.
About that.
I was at that game.
Yeah, you were there, Matty Ice. Tell us what you saw with your own eyes.
I mean, play call was good. They actually mixed up some plays that we don't normally, put in big games, like against Alabama or anybody like that. So we threw in some trick plays. That was nice. That Bell reverse play at like the 5-yard line, that was pretty cool to watch because I was right there at that end zone right there. but just overall played pretty good. Played our reserves like halfway through the third quarter into the fourth. So, and they were holding their ground too. And then saw Ryan Puglisi. I can't pronounce his last name right, but
Yep.
they call him the pug in
Yep.
in the hedges. But he was doing good. He had an interception during that third quarter, I believe, but he was looking decent as well. And then also, Gunnar Stockton threw his first interception of the season in the first quarter, which
Which
was
I actually
shocking.
think the coaching staff was a little excited about because that means he's actually taking some chances.
Yeah. He took a chance. I watched it. He took a chance, but I mean that was a little underthrown in a way. But he did take a chance, and I liked it. So I was happy. That was a okay pick that happened. It wasn't a boneheaded pick like DJ Lagway does.
Well, hey, Lagway was clean as could be. That's why his team got the win.
Hey,
So
somebody had to win that game.
Yes,
Well-
they did. I can't believe it was Florida. I was impressed with that.
Yeah.
and here's the results of those games, as most everybody knows. But so we talked about Florida kind of dominating Texas and how that was shocking because, as you can see, that's the one game that we all picked Texas and we're all wrong about. So
Yeah.
Georgia pretty much dominated Kentucky. There wasn't much fight with that
None
one,
whatsoever.
which is
Probably
good.
the worst SEC team now is Kentucky, hands down. It's not Mississippi State. It's not. I don't even think it's Auburn, even though they haven't won a conference game yet. I don't think it's Auburn. I don't think it's anybody. Kentucky's the new Vandy in the SEC.
Wow.
You might be onto something there because
Wow.
I mean they couldn't. It's
What about
hard for them
Arkansas?
to.
I mean, I didn't say that, but I mean, Arkansas back at one point in time was pretty rough. But geez, the throw. I didn't mean to interrupt you, there, Dogfather, but to throw Kentucky down that far, that's pretty sad.
Yeah.
They looked bad.
Well, they have
They looked bad.
they struggle to complete downfield passes.
Yeah.
So
You know, they are a basketball school, right?
they are.
They are a basketball school.
But hey, they're slipping on that a little bit too.
I'm just frustrated that I barely missed the spread on the Georgia and the Vandy game by just about 7 points or whatever it might have been, 8 points total. Those 2 games. I mean, come on, man.
And it cost you 2 games.
Yeah, 2
Yep.
games. I was like, man, I'm going to get Georgia, and then boom, it didn't happen. I'm going to get Vandy, Alabama, and it didn't happen. I'm like, man, are you serious?
Papa D, Kentucky is horrible. Yes, they are.
Yes.
Well, let's talk about
comment.
Georgia's upcoming schedule real quick, man. You know, you got Auburn, and then at Auburn, which I don't think you're worried too much about that. But then you got to travel to Ole Miss. What you think about that?
Oh, it's at home.
No, it's at home.
It is. My bad. I thought it was okay. It is okay. Ole Miss.
Yeah, we got something for them too. By the way, just saying.
Okay.
We've circled that game. We've circled that game.
Not worried about that game.
You're not worried about that game. Okay.
No.
Okay.
Not in the slightest.
I beg to differ.
Not worried about that game.
Excuse me. Okay. Well, hey, don't worry about it.
Not worried about Texas anymore either.
No, I'm not worried about that game.
That's 2 dubs right there.
Well, what about Miami, man? Yeah, I think I
They're
know
legit.
They are legit. I think Ohio State's at the top of the pack, but Miami might be.
Ohio State hasn't proven anything, so they're like a number one.
I mean,
But I think Miami's the true number one.
there's an argument there now, right? Because they both played the same number of quality opponents. Both of their defenses are stout, and they've got good weapons on offense and a lot of experienced players. There's an argument. We'll go into that, but I think there's a slight difference, and I'll save that for in a little bit.
I think there's a slight difference, but not much. I think Miami should edge that out. Even if they played, I think Miami would win it.
And they might.
And also, I just want to mention too. How about the Texas A&M Aggies?
Yeah,
I told you this, Micah, in our first podcast before Tiger Mike joined us. I said Texas A&M is going to be a dark horse for the playoff, and look at them.
Well, they're well on their way because they're leading the SEC and as far as wins in conference play. So if they make it to Atlanta, they're definitely in. So
I'd watch out.
I really thought Mississippi State was going to do a little bit more on the offensive side in that game, and I was a little disappointed in that, especially with that large spread. But I just thought Mississippi State was really going to hold her. I didn't think they were going to win. I thought they wouldn't beat the spread, but I just thought it'd be a little bit better offensive matchup for the Mississippi State Bulldogs.
But that game could have been worse too. Like, I think Mississippi State, even though the score doesn't prove it, I think they held their ground. And they're not a light game in the SEC.
Well, Texas plays Florida at Florida, right? No, at home. Texas A&M plays Florida at home, so we'll see what they can do. See what Lagway can do, and see what that Florida defense can do.
We'll see, because that's going to be a tough game.
It is going to be a tough one.
Texas A&M's defense is stout, to say the least.
I would love to go watch a game in that stadium. I hear that that's one of the best venues to go watch. Home of the 12th man, they call it. Is that correct?
Yeah, the 12th man, yep.
I would love to go watch a game in that stadium.
I would love to go to the LSU game.
Hey, let's do it. I'm telling you. Maybe in about 2 or 3 years, and LSU and Georgia will play. Did y'all get the schedules out for? I didn't see and look at them. I know they had the SC put the schedules out last week, I think, for upcoming year. 5 years out. You got them, Matty Ice?
I've got like the SEC, what Georgia's going to play for the next 4 years, SEC wise.
Yeah.
Well, we'll play. They'll do a home and away back to backs, right? So.
Well, it's actually it's in 27 and 2029. So 27 will be a home game for Georgia, and 2029 will go to LSU.
Away.
Yeah. Okay. Man,
so
we got 2 years away.
Not next year, but next year we can get tickets and you can come to our place.
All right, I'll go Between the Hedges.
And then we'll do the same thing 2 years after that.
Then y'all come down to the Bayou. Yeah.
Oh, Bayou.
Oh, look who's here.
Top Fathers?
What?
Who's that? Papa D?
He made an entrance? Oh,
look at there.
Papa D. He has been summoned.
What's going on, Papa D?
Hey guys, how's it going?
Snuck in the back door.
Hey, I wasn't gonna let you down and not show up.
Hey, yeah, if I can be here, you can be here tonight. Is that right?
Yeah, I guess you got me on that one, considering you got the COVID.
The Vidco.
I still think it's the Alabama Blues.
Nah, it's not that. Yeah, you brought up this Alabama game. We might as well just have a little chat about this.
Uh-oh.
Look at that big old grin on his face. All I got to say is go Gators. Anyway, or actually go Rebels, right?
Go Rebs. Yeah. Colonel
Go
Rebs.
Rebs.
Hottie toddy.
Alabama,
Big Toddy.
they won just about every statistical category that they keep track of in that game against Georgia 2 weeks ago.
Mhm.
And it was in our stadium. And we lost the turnover battle, we lost the time of possession, we lost yardage battle, blah blah blah.
And the game.
They still only beat us by 3 points.
Oh,
Yeah.
gosh, only this, only that. It doesn't matter how the win
They
looks. It's
still
a win.
only beat us by 3 points. So
The W's a W, L's an L. Doesn't matter.
yeah, it does matter. How you lose, how you win, it does matter.
Yeah, you get evaluated for those things, and when we have these first rankings at the end of the month for the CFP, and there's new metrics involved in that. That game, as long as Alabama keeps winning, is going to just
Boost
look
us.
better and better. I'll add to what Papa D is saying here. I was there, as y'all know. I watched every play.
That's funny. We've all three been to 3 different games this season.
Yeah. And I'll say this. That game came down to 3 key plays. 2 of them were goal to go for us inside of the Alabama's 15. We were trying to score. We got to 2 4th downs. We went for them both, didn't get either of them. Okay.
Why run the white boy? I don't know why.
That was a touchdown. If the offensive line did their job that play, he could have walked to the end zone. Go back and you watch that play.
Like Jim
the
Morris
offensive line did their job on that play. It was a touchdown. It was a great call. It would have worked.
You're choosing between Bowens.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't
Frazier,
matter.
And Jones.
I will trust the guys that are paid multi-million dollars a year to know what the heck they're doing.
Okay, let's talk about this. And LSU lost by 5 points. They lost on the road in a hostile environment. They lost 2 of the starting offensive linemen, the starting wide receiver, starting running back, and their quarterback is injured. They only lost by 5 points. So if you want to put those factors out there, what about those factors?
Those factors will be considered in their evaluation when we do these rankings in a few weeks. Because if that's their only loss, it looks better and better the more Ole Miss wins. So you're Ole Miss fans the rest of the season. and
True.
Losing by 5 on the road will get you brownie points with the committee. It will.
If I believe, and the Dogfather and I were talking about this before we went on, that if Nussmeier was healthy, 100% healthy.
Yeah, that's interesting that it came out that he hasn't been healthy. They finally admitted that he hasn't been healthy. You knew he wasn't playing up to his capabilities earlier in the season. And it's amazing that he gutted out and has played somewhat of a decent clip to even got him to where they're just have only lost the 1 game.
Yeah.
Being injured like he is. So yeah, I thought that was interesting news.
He hurt his ribs in spring. They really hadn't talked about it. It's worse than what they're saying it is. And I know they're trying to play it to close to the vest under the cuff, where do you want to say it? But
they said it was oblique, like muscle injury, oblique. Yes. And I mean, it's like when that throwing motion, you see a lot of baseball players have that injury and they just can't swing. It hurts every time they swing or throw the ball or whatever. So I imagine it can't be easy for him either.
Well, look, I'm a Saints fan as well. And one of Drew Brees' last seasons, if not his last season, he had those rib injuries and it was painful to watch. He couldn't get the ball, but maybe 15, 20 yards down the field. There was no velocity on it. His accuracy was off. It was high. It was low. It was not this timing wasn't there. So it messes with and I guarantee it messes with your mind. But at the end of the day, I just wanted to bring that up since y'all want to bring up a loss too that looked pretty good, only 3 points. But yeah. But anyways, at the end of the day, a loss is a loss, a win is a win. It doesn't matter. If you're putting W's up on the board, doesn't matter how bad
the
you beat them
ultimate
or how
thing
bad
is you want to put a W up.
You got to put a W up, period. And
Exactly.
LSU should have won that game. And in my opinion, they had a chance to win that game at the end, and they just didn't pull it out. So,
Agreed.
And just like
But
we
y'all were
did
talking
too.
about earlier too, Kentucky. I honestly think they probably are the worst team in the SEC this season.
yeah, they are.
I definitely think that, and I think part of that is because they're the new setup with NIL money and all that kind of stuff, and the profit sharing that teams are able to do now and pay players. I guarantee you, Kentucky, they have dedicated more funds, more out, because I think each school is like 20 or 21 million to divvy up between athletes. I honestly think that they have divvied up more of their money for their basketball
Yep.
than they'd have their football team.
I would have to agree.
That's what's important to their AD and their fans and stuff. So I don't, unless they change that, I don't see that changing. But in plenty of years past, that seller was earmarked Vandy. Vandy was always the worst team in the league forever. Can't say that anymore. I mean, you cannot say that anymore. I mean, even the game that they just had this week where they played Alabama, I mean,
They shot themselves in the foot in that.
Yeah, they made too many dang mistakes against a good team to even have a chance to pull that one out. But I think their quarterback threw 2 just awful interceptions.
Well, the first interception in the red zone
cost them a lot.
If you look at that first interception he threw in the red zone, to me, that was more of a good defensive play than it was a bad throw. I mean, I think the wide receiver could have helped his quarterback out, but that defensive player was a ball hawk, man. He just jumped for that ball and just took it, man, in my opinion. So
100%.
Vandy lost that game, I think, just as much as Alabama won that game. I think Vandy had a big hand in that.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with
Agreed.
that.
And I didn't watch many games yesterday, unfortunately, and I really haven't watched them this year because I've just been so busy. But that's one I really wanted to watch, and I watched some of it, but I didn't watch enough. But that was one I really thought that Vandy would have done a little bit better too. I thought they were at least – I didn't think they were going to win, but I really thought that they were going to score at least another touchdown, make it like a 21-28, 21-30 or something like that game.
Yeah, and it was looking like it was going to be that. It was 23-14, and all of a sudden, running back squirts through the line and scores. And I'm like, oh, backdoor cover.
Yeah, with like, a minute left to go in the game. It's like the other players – tell me Vegas wasn't involved in that one. Come on. That's just that blew me away.
They're always involved.
That was a Vegas game all the way.
Casey was pulling for Vandy too. Yeah, I think the whole world was.
Yeah,
a lot of definitely the whole world was. I mean, everybody wanted to see the feel-good story of the season continue.
Yeah.
Hey, Vandy, don't count them out. They're not out of it. That's their first loss. And I was
they're definitely not out of it.
I almost wanted to put them in my top 12 after that, because of how they performed. They've had their worst game.
Well, I mean, now, if you think Alabama is the 3rd, 4th, 5th, whatever best team in the nation, they went to their stadium and they played them, pretty much blow for blow.
But again, guys, we've said this, more than once on this venue that any given Saturday in the SEC, whoever you're going to play, especially a rival. And this game was a hype game, in my opinion, and Vandy was a hype team, and they did well. The SEC is a stat conference. We all know that, and it's because everybody wants to come to the South and play good football. When they come to the SEC conference, they're getting ready for the NFL. It's junior NFL league, if you ask me. So these guys they're balling.
Yeah.
Unless you're LSU.
Ah.
No, they're putting you guys in the league.
I'm kidding.
Oh, man.
We just lost the whole Louisiana audience. They're gone forever.
Hey, man.
Hey, I wanted to touch on one thing about Miami, Florida State. Man, Miami whooped their tail.
Did they? I mean, it was
This final score,
It does not show.
no.
I took some medicine and went to bed before this game was over. So, but
I went to bed too. I couldn't believe it ended up being as close as it was.
Yeah, I was like, "What?"
I watched this game.
Miami whooped them, and then they allowed Florida State to score 19 points in the fourth quarter just to make it look respectable.
Wow.
Florida State, they ain't it.
No.
They got lucky.
You're not that
against
guy,
Alabama.
pal.
I feel like they got lucky against Alabama now. I don't feel.
I'll tell you why they were able to do to Alabama what they did. Their offensive coordinator.
Yeah, Malzahn.
Well, no,
the Gus Bus, he has Alabama's number. You go back and look at when he was a coach at Auburn, how many times he just gave Alabama teams that were way better than them just fits, and a lot of times beat them.
Trouble. Absolute trouble. I respect that. Yeah,
Florida State has
a whole lot.
Florida State has a pretty good quarterback. I mean, he's not great.
He does.
He's pretty darn good. He's throwing.
And I don't know what the deal was with Alabama. They just didn't seem like they were into that game for some reason too against Florida State. I don't get it. They seem slow. I don't know what the deal was. If it was just first game of the season, trials, tribulations, whatever. But they didn't look like Alabama that game. But ever since then, they definitely have.
No,
I agree. I totally agree. The first two games I think that Alabama played, they looked way off. Sync wasn't there, and now all of a sudden they're playing good ball.
Maybe we should have scheduled them the first game of the season.
maybe.
Well, if they would have played like that against us, we'd have run them out of here. So,
if was a skiff, you'd have a boat.
Yep.
Isn't that funny? Yeah, I got a QB comparison to share with you guys if y'all are up for it.
No.
Hey, Matty Ice, you getting props over here. KG's telling you good job, 4-2 last week.
Dang.
Yeah, he actually came up. Hey, overall, look at our records overall, guys.
Yeah,
Pretty
Every
good.
single one of us are over 500.
You know what? And I would have been 2 games if it wasn't for about 6 or 8 points this past weekend. So
Shoulda, coulda, woulda.
All right,
shoulda, coulda, woulda.
Hey, you had to go to work, man.
He's back now. He's back.
I'm back. But no, we're all above 500.
Mike, I shared that window. I don't know if you want to see it. Can you be zoomed in?
What is this we got here?
Let me try this. We're going to say, see if we can figure out these quarterbacks here.
And this is for the season?
This is this season. Both quarterbacks have played 3 Power 4 teams, a ranked home game, a ranked road game, and a non-ranked home game. QBA is 51 of 74 for 630 yards passing, 68.9 percentage completion, 4 TDs on the year, 1 interception, 152 passer rating, 88 QBR, 24 carries for 108 yards and 3 touchdowns on the season.
Okay.
QBB, 57 to 87, 606, 65%. 6 TDs, 1 interception. It's 146 passer rating, 75 QBR. Negative 10 rushing yards, 0 touchdowns rushing. Any thoughts on this? Name those
QBA is
QB.
Gunnar Stockton.
And okay, you might be right.
This
It's
is
got to be.
This is comparing
Look,
Gunner
I feel like
and
he's smirking a little bit. It's got to be Gunner and Nussmeier.
no, it's
no,
Gunner.
I thought so, but Nuss has got more than one interception. He had two.
The LSU he's got more than one interception, so that can't be him.
He had two last game, I believe. So
it's Gunner and it's
Ty
Vandy.
Simpson.
Vandy.
It's Gunner. QBA is Gunner Stockton. QBB is Carson Beck.
Ah,
Ah.
Kind of interesting. Just about what almost. What are we?
we're a fourth of the way through the season.
Fourth of the way through the season. I just thought it was interesting. I saw that posted, so I just thought it was interesting to share that with you guys.
Or Carson Beck, man.
For all you out there, who would you rather have? Put it
Carson Beck.
On the surface, I probably would have agreed and probably would have said, "Yeah, give me Beck." Looking at this, not so sure.
I think the only reason why I choose Beck is because he's got the game. He's got more games under his belt, and he can handle that pressure. Maybe
he's got more experience. You're definitely right about that.
So, big.
But
games.
I think Gunner is starting to come into his own these last couple of games.
Yeah, but when you get late in the season SC championship game, big time players make big time plays in big time games. And at the end of the day, Carson Beck has made more of those than Gunner has.
Well, I mean, okay. By the end of the season, Stockton made it. You ain't going to have a bigger play made than what Stockton did at Tennessee at the end of that fourth quarter.
No.
I don't.
Fourth
the rest of
down.
the season, that's probably going to be the play of the season. I mean, 4th and 6, and you drop a dime corner in the end zone.
Well, you got to say too, he was on the road. That was a hostile.
You're talking about a hostile
environment. Tough.
I mean, those hillbillies were jacked.
Hey, and I've been in that stadium when they were rocking. When they start singing Rocky Top, it gives me goosebumps, man. I'm telling you, even if I'm an LSU fan, it was pretty cool.
Did you go watch them play LSU up there?
Actually, I went and watched them play South Carolina.
Oh, okay.
Dang. I would.
I like that.
I'm back and forth with both of them. I don't know who I would pick, honestly. But that's a good stat.
I just think it's interesting to share, to see, everybody's praising Beck because he's, on the Miami and they're undefeated and blah blah blah. He's
on the Heisman watch too.
Right.
Hey, can we say Bo Nix? Does Beck look like a Bo Nix? Is that similar to what happened with Bo Nix when he went to Oregon? I mean, he left Auburn, which he was, I hate to say, he was not very good.
That's my point. Everybody's thinking he's just playing out of his mind so well. He played better at Georgia, honestly.
He played just as good at Georgia.
He played better at Georgia.
He
played better at Georgia than what he's played so far this season, judging by
he played against better opponents at Georgia.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be interesting to see through the course of the rest of the season. But as of right now, I think Stockton's played a little bit better and has a little bit better production so far, judging by these numbers.
Give me Stockton. I told you.
I think he's just going to keep getting better and better the more experience he gets.
He reminds me of Stetson. Just give me him as my quarterback, please.
That's a curse word. Don't say that word.
No, that's a curse word.
That's a very high praise compliment.
You better be praising that name. Because 2 of those championships that we just won were not possible without the mailman.
Baby Davis.
The mailman delivers, baby.
Is that Stetson Bennett to call him?
Even on Sundays.
Mm-hmm. They do.
He's not mailing anything on Sundays yet, is he?
No, he's over there doing this.
Hey,
Who did he get drafted by?
He's getting paid millions of dollars to stand on that sideline and cheer on this team.
He's
I'd
with the
trade for him
Rams.
in a heartbeat.
The Rams. Okay.
He will take over for Stafford
For
next
Matt
year.
Stafford, another Georgia boy.
One of the best Georgia quarterbacks ever to play.
Yeah,
Right?
you're right about that.
Y'all missed it. I said he's taking over for Stafford next year.
Wow.
That's my
I think
prediction.
you're right. I think Matt Stafford's he's a little long in the tooth. It's time for him to sit back and retire. He got his.
And I think the injuries are catching up with him too.
Well, he's getting old. That's
Yep.
what happens when you're.
Everybody's not like Tom Brady.
No.
No, but you heard it here first.
I hate to say it.
Stetson Bennett will be the starting quarterback of the LA Rams next season.
No, Father's got a prediction.
You heard it here first.
In case it doesn't
I'll
happen,
agree.
unless it doesn't happen.
Well, y'all want to go over your top 12 because I just put it up here on the screen because it's the next thing to go over, and I don't have much to say about mine. Y'all can go ahead. I'll say
Yeah, yours didn't change. Yours hardly changed. You just brought Texas A&M and Indiana into the fold, and dropped out Texas and Penn State, of course.
not a lot of movement for me this weekend as far as my
Me
opinions.
either. I mean, I dropped Texas, of course, and everybody behind Texas just moved up, and I brought Texas Tech in to the picture. That's basically it as far as mine was. Not a lot of movement, like I said, other than all the teams that were right behind Texas on my previous week.
Well, the top four, everybody's got pretty much the same top four, just about, except for David. He's got Oklahoma.
Yeah, I still got Oklahoma over Ole Miss right now.
Hey, if we're looking at any team in this top 12 that might move out of the top 12, it's going to be Indiana this coming weekend, right? I mean,
Yeah.
they're
playing Oregon.
Yep, they're playing a team that is pretty strong, and not only that,
Where is the game?
Oregon.
It's at Oregon.
It's at Oregon.
Yeah.
Ooh, boy.
We've talked about this team earlier, about 2 weeks ago, and they got a great coach. He's got a good program. He brought in a bunch of new players after last year, but he's still rolling. Can he keep that momentum up and go into Eugene and rock and roll up there, man? Hey, I don't know. We'll see in next week's picks. Stay tuned for next week.
That's right. That's right. He's there, Tiger Mike. Good team.
Yeah, that one's got to be in the fold there.
I'm sure it probably will be.
I think my LSU Tigers out of the top 10 is the right move, but they got beat by a good Ole Miss team, but it was only by 5 points. But for them to get knocked down as far as they have, it shouldn't have been that way. But hey, I really don't like these rankings this early in the season. I think players get their heads in the wrong place sometimes. So I like to see them get knocked down. Hopefully they have a chip on their shoulder moving forward and they just dominate the rest of the season.
I agree.
Yeah, between all of us, the teams that have changed, you can see on there the ones that are marked NR. That means they were not ranked the previous week. We all had – I was the only one that had one that dropped out because I had already dropped Florida State out of mine last week. But between Texas, Penn State, and Florida State, those are the teams that all of us, dropped.
I dropped Florida State last week too.
Mm-hmm. This week you dropped Texas and Penn State.
Yeah, get them out of here.
So did Tiger Mike. He dropped Texas and Penn State out of his.
I did.
And Matthew dropped Florida State and Texas out of his. I think he had already previously dropped Penn State out of his the week before.
As soon as they lost to Oregon, I yeeted him out of there.
You're fired.
You're gone. And then I don't know if you were watching Papa D, but I said that if we had talked about the games before on Friday, I was gonna have UCLA
Yeah, sure you were.
as the
I don't believe that crap.
okay.
I'm not
whatever,
buying
dude.
it. I'm not buying it. You didn't even text
know.
any of us. You didn't say a word to any of us prior to
I don't
this.
have to. We didn't have a podcast, so you didn't hear it.
Yeah,
Ah!
I didn't hear it because you didn't say it.
Yeah, because we didn't have a podcast on Friday.
Yeah. Oh, I was gonna say UCLA. Yeah, was gonna be Penn
That was going to be
State.
my upset because Penn State is sorry and overrated. Next.
Okay. And you know what else they had to do? They had to travel all the way across the freaking country to play a football game.
Oh, wah.
That
Cry
stuff
me a river.
matters.
No.
It
Play the
does.
freaking game. You're in the top 10 for a reason. Play the game.
It stuff matters.
You know,
Quit being sorry.
Papadilla might matter, but I never look. Their job is to win games. Those kids are in college, but did they go to class? Heck no. No. They train to play football.
Yes, they are well-rounded student athletes.
Yeah.
They are
I wouldn't say
sitting
student.
at the
just
front
athletes.
of the classroom
Pro
that's just not
every day.
pro student athletes get paid.
Were they-
Yeah, we all know these days more than ever. These kids that are starting and playing big time college football, they're athletes first.
They're given the answers to the test before they get it.
I
Yeah,
don't even know if they're requiring them to go to class anymore.
they're all open book tests, and sometimes they fail them.
Mm-hmm.
Those LSU Tigers, yeah, you're right.
They're out playing on the water in the bayou, man. They fishing and hunting gators.
Gigging frogs.
Hey, frog legs are pretty damn good, man. They taste like
Yeah, you tell them.
Well, Casey's got some good, interesting questions.
All right.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, we already talked about
Are you all
Miami.
impressed with Miami this season? Yes, we are.
I mean, they've played
They
between
probably played the
them.
best schedule so far,
All right.
in my opinion.
Boldest predictions for this week's college football. That'll be on Friday, Katie.
Yeah,
Katie.
that's on Friday. We're not gonna bury the. You can't give our best for Friday tonight. Gotta hold off on.
Yep.
When you're in the meeting, you gotta hook them and let them stay on there before you reel them in. So you gotta wait for that.
Is it my bad?
That's all right. You don't need to apologize.
But hey, how do I think that this week's rankings will be affected? Well, Oregon plays Indiana, so the loser of that game gets affected by, the
Our
loss. And they'll slide in the rankings. Depending on who it is, they'll be in or out for me. Georgia has a tough road game at Auburn.
Yeah,
And
I wouldn't say tough.
It's always
that's
tough.
A tough place to play.
Ask Alabama. Ask Alabama.
Mike.
Yeah, that's Alabama. That's not
Alabama.
us.
Every other year, Alabama will go there and lose a game that they shouldn't. So it's a tough game, tough atmosphere.
Ask Tiger Mike how tough playing at Auburn is. I mean, we know too because we play there every other year.
Well, I think anytime you go on the road in the SEC, no matter who you're playing, and I keep
You sound
saying
like
this,
the coach now.
it's any given Saturday. I mean, look at Florida. I mean, they won at home, but they beat Texas. I mean, look at
Texas ain't who we thought they were.
Garbage.
And I mean, they played Ohio State that first game. And I mean, defense ruled the day
and they barely lost that. They lost by a touchdown.
Yeah, they didn't get beat by much. So that makes me think, how good is Ohio State? Well, that first game, but I mean, they've obviously gotten better.
Play nobody.
Yeah.
Hey, I want to bring this up, and before we end, because I know we got like a minute left, but Colorado with Deion Sanders. Both his sons leave, and I mean, they're not a bad team, but they're losing these games by like 3 points, 7 points here, 3 points there. What do y'all think about that program?
I think he's got them back to where they're at least respectable, because before he was there, they were just a garbage pile. You know, and shoot, back when me and you were little, you remember in Colorado, they had some dang good teams.
They did.
You know, and I think they even shared a national championship with Georgia Tech, like in 1990 or something, if I'm remembering correctly. But so I mean, he's got it turned around. I don't know that he's going to be there much longer. I think
he's got too many health problems.
Well, I think another team, a bigger stage, is going to come swoop him up. And
that too,
because he's shown that he can coach teams that have good talent, you know, and he can get the best out of them, because you didn't expect Colorado to win some of those games they won the last few years, but they did.
Let me throw this out. Florida fires Napier, they hire Dion.
Woo! I would say, yeah.
A Seminole going to be a Gator, huh?
Yep. Because they open up the checkbook and they've got a talented roster that's ready to win, that's being just pissed away right now by Billy Napier.
Hush. We want Billy Napier to stay right where he is.
I know we do selfishly, but I'm telling you, he was gone if he lost that game Saturday.
He still can be gone, too.
If they lose enough of the wrong games, yes.
They could lose to Florida State, too.
Florida made a mistake by making that hire. They made a mistake by making the firing first. I mean, that doesn't make any sense. They fired a coach who has a winning record over the current head coach they have. So it just tells you how bad Florida is, in my opinion. So why would you even want to go there? I don't know. So.
Or Florida State fires Mike Norvell and then they hire Dion.
I would see that more over than going to Gators.
Yeah, that would be him going back home.
To me, Mike Norvell is a big fraud.
I think you'll see Dion's name mentioned a lot with openings. Yep. I even heard somebody mention him already going to Arkansas, coming in the SEC at Arkansas.
I don't see him up at Arkansas, but hey,
you could imagine him infusing some life. I mean, he could do the same thing at Arkansas, even more so, because it's an SEC school. Than he did at Colorado. I mean, kids want to go play for him. He can recruit, and if it's a team that's willing to fork over money, NIL and opportunities and all that kind of stuff, like just about any team in the SEC is going to do these days. I mean, he could get it done.
Arkansas is another school that puts a lot of money into basketball as well. But I don't know. If I'm a head coach like him, I don't know if I want to dip my toe in the SEC pool just yet. I think I want to go outside of it and be successful there first. Say like an ACC, like a Florida State or something like that. You can win at Florida State. You really can.
Yeah, who's in your way right now? Maybe Miami, if they can get another transfer quarterback, because they don't recruit anybody.
Clemson. Virginia, well, they moved. That's right. They're not even in the ACC anymore. So, yeah, there's not many.
Yeah.
Who's not in the ACC?
Didn't Virginia move over to Big 12? I thought they moved out of
West Virginia.
Yeah,
West Virginia. That's right. All right, guys.
We'll see.
Well, that's
going to be interesting.
That wraps up another show. Thank y'all for being on tonight. I was glad that I felt good enough to, be on here.
You did a great job, Papa D. I'm sorry. God, the Godfather.
I'm about to go pop some more medicine and go to bed.
10-4. Thank you, guys.
Yep.
Everybody be sure to like, subscribe, do all the good things.
Go Tigers.
Hit that notification bell too.
Yes, sir.
Please.
LSU.
So that way you know. That way you know when we are on.
LSU.
And as always, go
Go
Dogs.
Dogs. Second.
Go Dogs.
Go Tigers.
See you guys Friday.
Go Tigers.
Like the moves, don't you?